Hello, Fellowship of the Open Spokes. This is Ben Wilkoff. I am so excited about the couple of questions that folks have been asking within the Fellowship over the last few weeks, and I wanted to make sure that I was taking part and doing my part to think through some of these ideas. Sheri, thank you so much for your concepts around really what is the purpose of education, and it's something that people have been asking for years and years, and yet I feel like we have to continually ask ourselves, because at the end of the day we're actually being asked to do a lot of things that are perhaps not going towards that pure purpose. And then Susan, your question about what is the best way for us to connect to one another and with one another, and to sort of do this collaborative reflection. And so I'm going to tackle that first question first. And I come at it perhaps from a little bit different perspective. Every time somebody talks to me about the reason why we have schools or the reason why we have education, it gets very personal for me. And that personal action is the action of learning. And to me, learning is the thing. And I don't know if we've talked about this on Open Spokes or not, but it is the thing to me that matters. The ability to learn new things is the killer app, if you will, in life. The ability to learn and to create new things. There is nothing else that I could prepare someone to do, that I could allow someone sort of to take part in, that would be more powerful, that would be more important than simply the act of learning and practicing learning. Now, I do think that there are discrete topics that are valuable more widely than just sort of learning how to learn. But if I did nothing else, the purpose of education for me is simply to learn how to learn better. And I am learning how to learn better every single day. And that's one of the reasons why I engage on Open Spokes, is because I do get to learn how to learn better from people around the world who are passionate educators and who are also learning how to learn better. So to me, that's that's the purpose, right? Is to learn how to learn. And so, there are a lot of smaller purposes than that, and I'm obviously open to all of those different types of purposes. But at the most basic, that's it for me. And to Susan's point of, how is it that we connect best? What is it that we can do as a global group of educators to connect best? And I think I'm going to reflect a little bit on, and we're going over a bumpy road, so I hope that that isn't too bothersome for folks. But the thing that I am finding most often in my work is that it isn't so much about the sort of the planning. It isn't so much about I have to plan every single piece of the collaboration. I have to, essentially create everything within it. The way in which we connect best is by open invitation and by laying out a structure of collaboration. And so I'm going to give the example of the project roundtables that I have, or the roundtables that are a part of Project Roundtable that I have been a part of creating. So today is actually the fifth one that we are doing. Sixth one that we are doing this year. So one every 2 weeks. And so based upon that, we have done, 5 global roundtables, these collaborations that are, quite frankly, amazing in scope to me, that I did not see coming. On our last one about open educational resources, we had the woman who is in charge of creating essentially the curriculum as a community project for all of South Africa. And that conversation never would have occurred had I not created an open invitation and created the structure to collaborate. I said, on this day and time, we are going to come together and collaborate, and who wants to come? And so she did, and 8 or 9 other people from around the world, including representatives from the Creative Commons organization, people that are teachers and leaders from around the country. We had 7 states, I think, represented. And so it was saying, this is an event, this is an online event, and it's something that we can all come together and do, or to create together. And so those 2 things, the open invitation and the structure for collaboration. If you give people essentially a reason to do something, the time to do something, and really sort of the broader purpose that it helps them and is personally useful to them, then they will engage. And I think that's what I'm finding with these Project Roundtable sessions, is that the ones that are personally valuable and engaging are the ones that more people attend. But even if it's just a few people, even if it's just this very small group of people that are on that roundtable, you have now connected them together, and they are now a part of this broader community. They are now essentially a collaborative group that didn't exist before, and perhaps never would have had you not created that open invitation and created the structure to collaborate. And so I think about, open spokes and things like that, and we have an open invitation. I know that we've done as good of a job of creating the structures, but at the most basic, even if it's just me and Sheri and Susan, even if it's just us 3 collaborating, I feel empowered. I feel that I have engaged in something special that is nurturing me and my learning over time. So I want to thank you for that. And for anybody else who wants to participate, you can always go to openspokes.com and get to the YouTube channel, as well as look at all of the links for how to join on that YouTube channel. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.